10, 15 seconds to make sure we're up. You ready? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Atlantic Coast High School. We're here in the press box that overlooks both the softball and baseball field. Both teams are going to be in action tonight. We're calling it our first ever Diamond Double here on our YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Chad Kushner. I am the lead teacher of the Academy of Digital Video Technology here at Atlantic Coast High School. And joining me tonight, making her YouTube debut, is former MSA T-Ball Viper, former Creek Softball Association Megalodon and Rebel. Her name is Paisley Kushner. She's 11 years old. She's my daughter. She's a 5th grade student at Loretto Elementary, future Stingray. So Paisley, how excited are you to be here tonight on a big night of softball and baseball?
Well, Dad, I'm very excited. I've never seen a Diamond Double before, and it will be very intriguing.
We're keeping the seat warm until our usual announcer, Ben Ward, the voice of the Stingrays, arrives. We expect to see him in about 10 to 20 minutes. The varsity baseball game against Sandalwood will begin at 6:30. Our varsity softball game is going to begin momentarily. Starting lineups will be introduced, followed by the national anthem. Of course, we're going to take a break. We're not going to talk over the national anthem. That would not be an American patriotic thing to do. In fact, you once got the Character Award of the Month for patriotism a few times. 4 times. Why do you think your classmates and your teacher think you're so patriotic?
Well, this year I'm a safety patrol, and so they've seen me put up the flags before, and for the past few years I've had like red, white, and blue stuff, and I just really like to support
the United States.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a great matchup we have that's getting ready here in Atlantic Coast High School. We got the Stingrays on a 13-game winning streak. They are 13-1. They lost their first game, and they've won every game since. They're hosting the Paxon Golden Eagles. They are 10-1. They are one of the best teams in Jacksonville. Should be a great matchup here. And so we're just moments away from starting lineup introductions. I'm going to take you over to ground level, show you what's happening in front of us. There you see the umpires. And over to the right, you will also see, in fact, it looks like we have a frozen picture. We're going to fix that. We're going to change our cameras here. And now we got a live picture, so let's go ahead and make an adjustment here.
Testing.
No problem at all as we add a camera, because we do have another camera down on the field, the ground level as we like to say. So we'll show you action from multiple angles here tonight. And let's see what we got here. It's not always where you have the announcer also handling the technical aspect of the broadcast, but we do it all here at Atlantic Coast High School. And so, there we go. We got a live picture. And now you see the ground level camera. Our PA announcer, Mr. Matt, is working on the microphone, but they're having some technical issues, as that is the reason for the delay at the start of the game here tonight. But at some point, if they can't get it figured out, they'll just begin the game without the PA announcer. So it's a crowded press box, but they are getting some volume.
How about that?
And so we're doing a little audio check with the PA announcer right now, and they're just confirming whether or not this microphone works, because for such a big matchup, we have to have starting lineups being introduced, beginning with our visitors from Paxon, as well as our home team, the Stingrays of Atlantic Coast. What a story it's been this year here at Atlantic Coast. It's been a few years since we've been this good in softball. We've had plenty of success in the past, but a few down years followed by some momentum last year that's continued into this season. So it's been very exciting to watch the progress of this very young team, primarily freshmen and sophomores, 1 junior and 1 senior on the roster. So the future is bright here at Atlantic Coast High School, and so is the sun. Although there are plenty of clouds in the sky, you can see them right now on your screen. And it's going to be a nice breeze. Can't quite tell what direction that breeze is going. Do you know which way the wind is blowing, Paisley? She's got her hand in the air, doing a little wind test. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell, but we'll keep you posted. We'll look for any flags blown in the wind. It looks like it's actually, I'm looking at a tree over there by the basketball court, and it looks like it's going from the left side of your picture to the right side. So that means that the ball's going to be blowing out to right field tonight, and that's an advantage for our left-handed batters as the Stingrays take the field. Looks like we're going to skip the national anthem for now. We're going to skip the starting lineup introductions as sophomore Morgan Brown goes into the pitcher's circle. She's one of the best pitchers in Jacksonville, in fact, in Northeast Florida. We have had wins here at Atlantic Coast against some of the best teams in the area, including Creekside, Baldwin, Mandarin a couple times, just beat Fletcher last night. So even Tucoy Creek, who defeated Atlantic Coast in the first game of the season, well, when we played them again, we got a little payback for what they did to us in that first game. So Morgan Brown, let me tell you about some stats for Marvelous Morgan Brown, or Downtown Morgan Brown as I like to call her. She is one of my students. It's 2 years in the Academy of Digital Video Technology. Earned run average 1.55. Her record is 11-1. And let's see, she has 97 strikeouts this season, 97. As the first batter steps into the batter's box for Paxon. That batter, can't quite see her number, but Paxon has a much more veteran team led by a pitcher, Haley Hines, who is a signee of Southern University in New Orleans. Haley Hines will be the opposing pitcher tonight for Paxon. And so you're allowed to speak, Paisley, instead of giving me sign language. What is it that you'd like to tell me?
The person who is batting right now is number 5.
Number 5, thank you. Her name is Soraya Jackson. She is a freshman. And our scoreboard is not working at the moment, so we're having technical difficulties here in the stadium, but hopefully not on our YouTube broadcast as, we have a fielding error by our shortstop, and just like that, Paxon has a runner on. Leadoff batter Soraya Jackson is currently standing on first base. And of course, as the next batter steps in, we're looking, and that is number 44, Jayla Palmer. Nope, Jayla Palmer's on deck. It's number 3, Emma Ponsler. Emma's a senior.
Oh, never mind.
And so Emma's a right-handed batter facing our left-handed pitcher, Morgan Brown. Here comes the pitch. And that is a ball. The runner's going. She is safe at second. So now the Golden Eagles have a runner in scoring position. All right, not the best start for the Stingrays, but it's early. We are in the top of the first. There's no score, there's no outs, there's 1 ball, and there's no strikes. Ponsler is the batter, Brown is the pitcher, and that's another ball, and it's a pass ball. Perhaps a wild pitch, perhaps a pass ball. We do not have an official scorer here in the press box, but we do know there is a runner on third, and all it's going to take is a ball in play for her to have a chance to score. This is a possible preview of a Gateway Conference Tournament semifinal or final. Baldwin is also an excellent team in the Gateway Conference. And so there is a strike, it appears. Let me confirm that with the umpire. Did she swing at that pitch, Paisley? I think she did.
She kind of ran up towards it, like she was gonna do it, but...
Okay, it was called a strike. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Emma Ponsler, a senior for the Golden Eagles, who are coached by Steve Brown. And that ball is foul down the right field line. In fact, if I was to show you our view here from the press box, the reason why you don't see anything further to the right is because the dugout is obstructing our view. And so the same can be said for the baseball field behind us. That is that perhaps the press box should have been built up a little bit higher to look over these dugouts. That's a foul ball coming right back at us, but luckily, Paisley, there's a net in front of us. Otherwise, you would have caught it, right?
No.
No, you wouldn't have? Now, you're taking a season off from softball, but do you miss it? And if so, what do you miss about playing softball?
I sort of miss it. I kind of like being with teammates and making new friends, and of course doing like the cheers in the dugouts, as you can hear from the Paxon team.
Yeah. We hear some of those cheers right now as Ponsler hits the ball, and that is caught in foul territory. 1 out for the Stingrays as the first baseman records what is an easy out, and we got a little audio there. That's a good sign for our PA announcer, so we're making progress there, but again, hopefully you can hear us just fine on YouTube. If not, well, that would be embarrassing. All right, we have a new batter. It is number 44, Jayla Palmer. She is a power-hitting senior, future Edward Waters University Tiger. She'll be playing at the next level for Coach Mike Ellison, a friend of Atlantic Coast High School. Coach Ellison's daughter, Michaela, is a former softball player for the Stingrays. And Coach Ellison's done a really nice job over there with Edward Waters. That ball is hit deep to right. It's caught in the air. The runner's going to tag and score safely. And so while it is an out, it is also a run for Paxon as Soraya Jackson scores on the sacrifice fly ball by Jayla Palmer. And just now like that, Paxon has a 1-0 lead, and now Malia Rouse, the freshman, is the batter. All right, 2 outs here, and that is a ball. Actually, no, it's a strike. The umpire with a delayed strike call. I thought it was a little high. He did not. His opinion is way more important than mine. Here comes the next pitch from Miss Brown, and that is put in play, and that is a single up the middle, fielded by the center fielder, past Emma Cano. I'm practicing how to say her last name correctly. I spoke to her earlier today in school to make sure that I would say Emma Cano's name correctly. She is the second baseman who couldn't quite get to that one. And so now we have number 17, Cassidy Edwards. She's a lefty, facing a lefty on the pitcher's mound. Lefty versus lefty. Let's see what happens here with a runner on first. 2 outs, Paxon leading 1-0 in the top of the first. That is a ball. Gave that umpire a second or two before I decided to make the call. Didn't know if he'd have another delayed strike or not. Here comes the next pitch from Brown. And that's a ball, no doubt about that, as it bounced in the dirt before it reached Stella Litton's glove. And count is 2 balls, no strikes to Cassidy Edwards. And that is a strike. Read the umpire's mind. Looked good to me. More importantly, it looked good to him. 2 balls, 1 strike is the count to Cassidy Edwards, who is a sophomore. And that pitch is a ball. It's a hitter's count, 3 balls, 1 strike. Let's see if she's going to swing, if she likes the pitch, or if Morgan can get her fooled by swinging out a bad pitch. And that is ball 4. We got runners on first and second. 2 outs. Paxon with a 1-0 lead as their pitcher steps into the batter's box. Haley Hines. She's a left-handed batter. Again, she is heading to college, Southern University to be exact. Actually threw a perfect game earlier this week. Perfect game against First Coast, I believe, and also had the walk-off RBI and a 10-0 win. Paisley, your Pop sent us a message and said that our YouTube broadcast is delayed, and perhaps the signal isn't the best, but hopefully they can hear us just fine, and hopefully our signal improves here. It's all about the internet connection, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. So that's the challenge of broadcasting live, is that it all depends on the quality of the internet. Here comes the pitch to Hines, and that is low. It's a ball. Brown facing some adversity here early on, but it's not the first time she's faced adversity this season. Stingrays have had a few comeback wins, so just because they're down now, it's early, and there's still a lot of softball to play. That's a strike. Once again, we're here in the top of the first. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Haley Hines. Runners on first and second. Paxon leads 1-0. Here comes the pitch from the southpaw. And that's put in play to Kano. It gets by her. The runner's rounding third, heading for home. Here comes the throw, and she is out at the plate. Great throw from center field. That ends the inning as the Stingrays prevent another run from scoring. That's huge. Coach Brown doesn't like that call. He's got something to say to the umpire. But at the end of the top of the first, we have Paxon leading Atlantic Coast 1-0. What do you think so far, Paisley?
Looks good. Atlantic Coast is better than I thought they would be.
Yeah, well, you know that they were pretty good going in. They've won 13 in a row, so they are certainly, in fact, when you look at the recent Sports 4Jacks, News 4Jacks, Super 6 rankings, guess who the #1 team is in the entire area, Paisley? I'll give you one guess.
Atlantic Coast.
Of course. Guess who the #4 team is in the entire area?
Is it Paxon?
It is Paxon. And so we have an amazing matchup that is taking place right in front of us tonight and right on your screen, whether you're watching on a computer, a TV, or a phone. So to give you a little more perspective, Ben Ward is here. And so we're going to talk through some technical details here. Ben, it looks like it's 6:14, so we got a good solid 15 minutes before we move that camera behind home plate for softball. We'll move it over to the usual spot there behind home plate for baseball. And I'll go ahead and show you, Ben, that this camera right next to me is also going to show softball. Paisley's my co-announcer, but of course we're going to hand the microphones over to you and the JV baseball player who will be joining you. So we'll make that transition live. Our audience is telling us that we're slightly delayed, perhaps lagging a little bit. Not our first time, not our last time. But right now, as we go into our first at-bat here in the bottom of the first, we are down 1-0, but no big deal.
They start on time?
They did sort of start on time, a little bit delayed, but close enough. Okay. All right, no problem. Ben Ward, the voice of the Stingrays, is getting ready. He's warming up in the bullpen. Ben, you're a righty, correct, if you're on the mound? Right-handed flamethrower. Also, Ben Ward, for those that don't know, he won't be telling you this, but Atlantic Coast High School's all-time leader in three-point baskets made for the boys basketball team. No one has made more three-pointers than the announcer of tonight's baseball and softball game, Ben Ward. But back to softball. Let's take you back down to ground level as Stella Linton, the leadoff batter, the catcher, the freshman, one of many freshmen, steps into the batter's box. And that is strike one.
Real quick, so this,
Yes.
are you gonna use this one?
Yes. Yeah, and then we also have 2 headsets. The cable is in that bag as well, whatever they prefer. And so Stella Linton steps in there, continues to stay in the batter's box for another pitch. She hits it right back up the middle for a base hit, and that will be a single for Stella Linton, a fabulous freshman. And so she's only going to improve her batting average. Before this game, she was batting .432, and she is 1 for 1. Here comes Maggie Moody, another freshman. This time she's going to be batting from the right side of the batter's box, facing Haley Hines, one of the best pitchers in the area. Haley's a lefty, just like her counterpart, Morgan Brown, also a lefty. And so here comes another pitch to Maggie Moody. And that is a slowly hit ground ball to shortstop. We can't quite see first base. And so I'm not sure if she was safe or out, but
Based on the...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Mr. Matt, the PA announcer, confirmed my belief that when you hear the crowd cheer, that means that she is safe. And so Amia Laddick, the big power hitter, steps into the box. We got runners on first and second. Now would be a good time for one of those patented Amia Laddick home runs. And so we know that she can hit those when she wants to. I've seen them before on video. I hope to see it right now in person. I see Mr. Wiegert here. Mr. Wiegert is a good friend of Coach Fisher, son Brian. Patrick can't be here tonight because Patrick is going to school right now at FSU. Wise college choice, don't you agree, Paisley?
Very wise.
Yeah.
He was very smart.
So Coach Blunt, our athletic director, we can hear his voice behind us because he's making some announcements before the baseball game as Laddick hits a chopper to second, and it looks like
She was out.
she is
Out.
can't quite tell. It looks like she's out. Yep, she is out at first, but she moves the runners over. We have runners in scoring position, second and third, one out for Morgan Brown. Not only is she the starting pitcher, but she is our cleanup batter. The lefty. Check swing. Says she went around. That's strike one.
She reminds me of Shohei Ohtani because she bats and pitches.
Of course, great pitcher, great hitter. Excellent insight, Paisley. That is strike two. More adversity for Brown. She is no stranger to adversity. Batting .421 this season. .421, 13 RBIs. 3 doubles, 2 triples. Now is a good time to get a base hit. Instead, she grounds the ball to the pitcher.
She's
out
out.
at first is Brown. Safe at home is Linton. We are tied 1-1 with 2 outs. And number 23 stepping to the plate. That is Miss Ratty, Riley Ratty.
23, Riley Ratty.
I taught her older sister Reese Ratty. This is Riley Ratty. Riley is a sophomore, I believe. Was on the team last year. Yes, she was. And that is strike one to Riley Ratty. Riley Ratty is your shortstop tonight. Batting fifth in the lineup. Runner on third, 2 outs. Score is tied at 1. Ball's fouled in the air, off the net behind her. I believe it's 0-2 to Riley Ratty. Some of our best Stingray student athletes are being recognized behind us right now on the baseball field. We don't have a camera pointed in that direction yet, but we got the ball in the air. Center fielder catches it to make the 3rd out, and after 1 inning, the score is Paxon 1, Atlantic Coast 1. Great game so far, living up to our expectations. Stay here with us as we take a quick timeout in between innings. Paxon 1, Atlantic Coast 1.
At the end of 1, our game is tied 1-1. Everyone, if you're hungry, please join the concession stand below me right now. Boiled peanuts, nachos and cheese, all the sugar you need. Please visit the concession stand. Thank you.
Thank you for coming out. We're proud to recognize all these athletes and coaches.
Can you ask me more questions?
Thank you, and let's go Stingrays.
That's not what's going on right now. Yeah, that's...
Top of 2. Now batting number 25.
Okay, we are
Jalen
back
Smith.
here at Atlantic Coast High School. Top of the 2nd inning. And Paxon at the plate. Score tied 1-1. And this is number 25, it appears. Can you confirm that, Paisley?
Yes.
25, Talia Smith, a junior from Paxon. Here comes the pitch from Brown. Fouled right off the dugout. Luckily, there's a fence there. And so Talia Smith stays alive at the plate. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2. Morgan Brown looking for her first strikeout of the game. She has 93 of them this season. Looking for number 94. And there it is, right on cue. Morgan Brown, first strikeout of the game. And we've got one out here at the top of the second.
Number 13,
How fast do you think
Maya
she's
Bidwell.
throwing, Paisley, if you had to guess?
I would say maybe around 40 miles per hour.
Yeah, I would say much faster than that. Probably somewhere near 60 miles per hour. I'll have to ask her her fastest pitch ever recorded. For now, we got a new batter in the box. We'll tell you who that is in just a moment. Once we see her number, and her number starts with a 1 and ends with a 3, that means it's Amaya Heislop. And that's a swing and a miss for Heislop. No balls, 2 strikes. Is this a Dean Tiller sighting? It is a Dean Tiller sighting in the press box. No, it's not. That is not Dean Tiller. It looked like Dean Tiller from behind, so I'm glad he didn't hear me. All right, here comes a pitch from Brown, who winds up and delivers. That is a foul ball, and that is going back towards the baseball field. Heads up back there, everybody. Brown has a 1-2 count in her favor. In fact, I was incorrect moments ago. She now has 98 strikeouts. I shorted her by a few, but that ball is put in play, and it is a fair ball down the right field line, and our base runner is now standing safely on second base. Little momentum for the Golden Eagles. Tell me again, Paisley? Yes, Paisley brings up a good point that our flag football team is hosting Terry Parker tonight in the very first game played on our new artificial playing surface. Looks beautiful. Can't wait to see it up close. Perhaps even feel it with my hand and maybe even my bare feet.
That would be nice.
It would be nice. Number 22, it looks like, standing in the box for Paxon.
They're doing the umpire. Checking with the umpire, so just let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
James is up here.
Okay. Hey, James, what we're going to do is at the end of this half inning, we're going to hand these microphones over to you, and I'll probably have you call a little bit of softball until I get the camera in place for baseball.
Sounds good.
All right, that's a bunt, and that is a nice bunt. And Morgan can't do anything with that one. Perfectly placed bunt, and allows Paxon to have runners on first and third.
Now batting number 5, Soraya Jackson.
Soraya Jackson, the leadoff hitter, up at bat for her second go-around during this game. I believe we have one out, and the score is 1-1. Ones everywhere. Somebody standing on first base, somebody standing on third base, somebody standing in the batter's box, and that person is Miss Jackson, Soraya Jackson, the freshman. I believe she might be the person who has scored the only run of the game for Paxon. And so Brown has her mask off. Now the mask is back on. And what we're going to do is we're going to switch the camera. It appears to be flickering a little bit, so we're going to give you a different view from high above the softball stadium. And that pitch is a little high. Linton catches it, throws it back to Brown. Meanwhile, the runner goes from first to second. Now we have runners on second and third. One out, top of the second. Soraya Jackson in the box. Morgan Brown on the mound. And here comes the pitch. And it's put in play to Ratty at shortstop, who makes the throw to first for the out. And then that throw looked to be in time over at third base. Unfortunately, the third baseman could not squeeze that ball closed. You know what Pop would say about catching the ball? What does he always say?
Keep your eye on the ball.
Well, what about when you catch the
Now
ball?
batting number 3, Emma Pond.
Squeeze, use two hands,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
right? If you're batting, watch the bat hit the ball. But if you're trying to catch the ball, Use that second hand to help squeeze the glove closed. Now, as it turns out, Paxon scored their second run of the game on that fielder's choice. We do have 2 outs, but Paxon now has 2 runs. And so now the ball is put in play to second base. Kano is over there, looks to be the 3rd and final out of this half inning. And so what we're going to do is we're going to hand the microphone over to a couple new announcers. Just because we have been pulled from the game, the manager's come out giving us a little pat on the rear end and bringing in the righty. And so here is Ben Ward, the voice of the Stingrays. The next voice you hear will be Ben Ward.
Number 2, third baseman, Andrew Detlefsen. Batting 5th, number 34, right fielder, James McLaren.
2-1.
Batting 6th, number 1, first baseman, Noah Salazar.
Here are the rosters. It should
Batting
be
7th, number 26, center fielder, Trey Dennis. Batting 8th, number 10, second baseman, Parker Schumann. Batting 9th, number 31, designated hitter, Grayson Thornton. Pitching tonight for the Saints, number 14, Thane Barker. Head coach Will Schumann. Assistant coaches John Wells and Mike
What I'll
Snyder.
do is I'll move the camera closer.
Huh?
And then if we need to, we'll move the camera over to side. All right, so I'll move this other camera first. Paisley, watch for your step, please.
Now batting for the Stingrays, number 1, Audrina Bailey.
Already, I am Ben Ward here, joined with James Cangelosu. We got a JV baseball player with us here up in the booth.
Batting first,
Got a little combo
number 3,
here tonight for you guys.
Noah Prudencio.
Softball and baseball action here.
Batting second, number 1,
As it's currently
right
2-1,
fielder,
Paxon leads.
Anthony Saladin.
Atlantic Coast, 12-1 record.
Batting third, number 19, first baseman, Wade Server.
Taking on the 14th in the city.
Batting fourth,
As this one's popped up. Shortstop looking to make the play. That's going to drop in for a base hit. And the Stingrays on base. Start off this inning.
third baseman, Aaron Slavichka.
Now batting number 9, Ava Moss.
Batting sixth, number 8, designated hitter, Forrest Peppercorn. Batting seventh, number 2, second baseman. Number 12, center fielder.
The pitch, this one's popped up, and right fielder looking to make the play, and she's got it. And that'll be out number 1 here of the inning. Runner will stay on first for the Stingrays.
Chris Lonkman, assistant coaches Robbie
Now batting for the
Bradshaw,
Stingrays, number
Mike
2,
Finch,
Sky Deans.
Mike Cagliosi.
So 1 out for the Eagles.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will not be playing the anthem tonight as to not interrupt the softball team going on next to us. So please take a moment to honor and merit yourself. Thank you. Play ball.
Here's the pitch. That one's a little bit low, called ball.
Dean's a slap hitter, trying to get on base.
Oh, good pitch, a little bit high. It's called strike. Runner still on first for the Stingrays. Comes a pitch. This one's grounded, shortstop, and that's going to get in the gap, and that'll be to the outfield, and that'll move base runners around. That'll be another base hit for the Stingrays. First and second now for Atlantic Coast.
Now batting for the Stingrays, number 4, Emma Cano.
Another lefty up for the Stingrays here.
And James, what have you liked from the softball team this season? Of course, almost a historic run they've had this season. What have you liked as from what you've seen in some couple of these games?
I like their hunger. They want to win. They play hard and want to win every game. It's impressive to see. What about you, Ben?
No doubt about it, definitely. Coach Fisher's done such a nice job with this team. Of course, also a teacher here. He knows the AC community so well. He's been able to build a culture up. A lot of underclassmen as this one's popped, little chopper, and nowhere to go with the ball, and that's going to load the bases up for Atlantic Coast. And the Stingrays set up nicely here. Only just one out.
Now batting for the Stingrays, number 7, Stella Linton.
This brings up the leadoff hitter in Linton.
Yeah, right back to the leadoff hitter here for the Stingrays. A great position they want to be in here. On the offensive side, they're down 1 run. If I get back in this game, a potentially chance to tie it or take the lead here. That one's a little outside ball. One-0 pitch. That one's a little half swing there, going to go foul.
Those are always the worst as a hitter. You know it's outside, but you can't help yourself and swing and take a strike. That's exactly what the pitcher wants out of you. Weak contact.
One pitch coming. And this one's ripped. It'll go right to the second baseman who catches it, and looks like the double play is made, and Paxon's able to escape the inning without letting up a run. Huge play for the Eagles there as it remains 2-1.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, and we are back for Stingray Nation after a little bit of technical work to get these cameras set up. We're back here on the baseball side of things. Atlantic Coast is able to skate that first top of the first inning. No runs allowed there with Dalton Tibbetts on the mound. James, what have you liked to see from Dalton this season?
I liked seeing his velo. His velo is up, and he's throwing efficient innings, and if he keeps his pitch count low, it could be dangerous.
No doubt about it. What do you think is the key to this game for the Stingrays here to win this one against Sandalwood?
Their defense has been really great this season. I want to see them keep it up. Bats have been lacking a little bit, but if they can get the bats going, watch out for the Stingrays tonight.
No doubt about it. We got Bane Barker on the mound here for the Saints. Sandalwood, last time they met with the Stingrays, they beat them 8-4 last season. Kind of a later game in the season as well. What have you liked also from the leadoff man, Noah Prudencio, this season? He's had one of his best seasons so far.
Bat to ball, it's efficient, and if he attacks that first pitch is his best pitch to hit. He stays on it, gets a single, starts off for the Stingrays strong.
No doubt about it. Interesting as well. Coach Chris Loffman came from Sandalwood 2 years ago, took over the Stingray program last year. Did a nice job building a culture at Sandalwood as well. And he's done a phenomenal job here at Atlantic Coast, of course, winning Gateway last year and hopefully able to make a run this year with this veteran Stingray team.
Stingrays start Gateway Conference next week. Want to see a
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, most definitely going to be interesting to see if they can replicate their run from last year. Beat some very good teams in that tournament, Fletcher and Inglewood, to name a few. As we get set to start this top of the bottom of the first inning here, Stingray's first trip to the plate with the bats here. No Prudencio to start us and lead us off once again here at the Reef. Did a very solid game last Tuesday night. Of course, Stingray's also coming off a win against Hilliard as Prudencio pops this one up. It's drifting foul. Right fielder looking to make a play. Almost got there towards the fence. He's going to drop foul, though, and solve the 0-1 count. One pitch coming up for Prudencio. Barker deals this one. Fouled off again. 0-2 count now here for Prudencio. Barker deals 0-2, and Prudencio's going to strike out to start the game off. Rarity there from Prudencio.
I mean, just good pitching there by Parker, and burned him up. Great pitching there.
So one out already for the Saints. Bring up Anthony Celahan. Celahan's also been a great player here for the Stingrays so far this season. Coming in a 2 slot in the lineup. This one's going to pop foul. So Barker already 4 straight strikes. Not throwing a ball yet to start this game off. See if that can build confidence throughout this game. For Barker, here's the 0-1. Solid swing. Missed their 0-2 count now for Celahan.
He's dropping his back shoulder right now, causing him to get under the ball. He's got to stay tall.
0-2 from Barker. On the outside, called strike 3. 2 straight strikeouts for Bane Barker in Sandalwood. 2 outs already.
Now batting for the Stingrays, number 3, Maggie Moody.
2 early
Celahan
Ks.
caught watching, yep.
It's not what Coach Chris Loffman drew up to start this game.
Serber at the plate now. He pitched last Tuesday night. Did a very nice job. Only let up 1 run against Bishop Kenny. Stingrays won that game 17-2. As Serber swing there.
Down 0-2 early here.
0-2 count here for the Stingrays. Chance to end the inning here for Bane Barker. Deals the 0-2, and this time Serber says otherwise, and that'll get in the gap for a base hit. Wade Serber. First base hit of the game for Atlantic Coast. That'll be a single to start out here.
Great two-strike approach by Serber there. Stayed well on that off-speed pitch and just sliced it into right center field. Great piece of hitting there.
And this will bring up the pitcher. Right now, Dalton Tibbetts to the plate. Tibbetts had a couple of base hits last Tuesday night as well against Bishop Kenny. As he has Serber on first here. First pitch of the count. Be ball 1. That'll be
first ball of the game there.
Barker's first ball of the game pitched through 3 batters here. Fouled off Tibbetts. I mean, it looks like Stingrays making good contact on the ball, though, to start this game.
It's encouraging, but they have to stay on the ball or else they won't get any hits tonight. Got to stay on the ball like Serber did.
Barker looks on to first. 1-1 pitch coming up. And Tibbetts skies this one to left field. And Dalton Tibbetts, that one's going, and it is gone. Dalton Tibbetts with a home run early. And some fireworks here in the first inning. Atlantic Coast takes an early 2-0 lead. Dalton Tibbetts, his first home run of the season. And the second home run for the Stingrays total as he pumps his fist heading to home. Atlantic Coast with 2 outs in the inning and a hot start from Barker, but Dalton Tibbetts says otherwise.
Great swing by Tibbetts. Stayed on the fastball up and drove the pitch over the left field fence. Wind is blowing out there today, but a great swing there by Tibbetts.
Now up to the plate here for the Stingrays, Slavichka.
Only junior starter on the Stingrays tonight. It's impressive.
What a start to this game. 2 early strikeouts for Slavichka now. This one's ripped, and that'll drive foul. But like I was saying, just a good start from Bane Barker. 2 straight strikeouts, and Serber had a base hit, and then Dalton Tibbetts answers with a home run. Huge play for Dalton Tibbetts, his first homer with the Stingrays.
Transferred in from Sandalwood from last season.
Transferred in from Sandalwood, big storyline here tonight. These 2 programs tightly connected. As Slavichka gonna ground this one. Second baseman making the play. Good scoop there, and that'll be out number 3 for the Sandalwood Saints as they end the inning, but not before. A 2-0 lead for Atlantic Coast after a Dalton Tibbetts home run. As we will head to the top of the second here at the Reef.
Now batting for the Stingrays, number 23, Riley
What
Reddy.
a swing.
Huh?
What a swing by Dalton. How many outs?
2 outs.
And during the break here, we'll head to softball. Little look into this game. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Atlantic Coast at the play here. Runner on 3rd. Pitch ready. This one will be a grounder, throw to first. That'll be out number 3, and that'll end the inning for the Paxon Eagles. A tight one here on the softball side.
At the end of 3, the score remains 2-1, Paxon.
2-1 Paxon lead there still. As we're back here on the baseball side of things with Tibbetts on the mound still for the Stingrays. Had a good first inning as he deals first pitch. Here's the 0-1. That was a little low, ball 1. 1-1 count here coming up. Dettelson at the plate for the first time in this game. Tibbetts, the pitcher, coming off a home run on his last at bat, as this one skied up in the air. Thomas saves over there, trying to make the play. Center fielder coming up and making the catch there for the Stingrays.
Love to see that from the Stingrays. Center fielder owns the outfield. Talking, takes control of that ball. Great play from the Stingrays.
Good catch there by Pabon, and it'll be out number 1 for Atlantic Coast. Bring out McLaren here for the Saints. First pitch of the at-bat.
Now batting number 25.
Low ball 1. One-0 pitch. This one popped up. And over there making the play. Salahan there to make the grab. And that'll be out number 2 for the Stingrays.
2 great pitches there by Tibbetts to get the first 2 outs. Weak contact to the outfield is exactly what he's looking for tonight. If he gets that, it's going to be a long night for the Saints.
Bring on Noah Salazar, his first trip to the plate. First pitch to the at-bat. Watches that go by. Good pitch there from Tibbetts. That'll be strike 1. Oh, 1 count. This one fouled off by Salazar.
Great piece of off-speed there by Tibbetts. Got Salazar way out on his front foot.
Oh, 2 pitch coming up. Oh, a little bit high, ball 1.
It's a great pitch as a pitching perspective. This sets up the off-speed. Let's see if Tibbetts goes to it here.
1-2 pitch. Salazar skies this one. And this one looks like it's going to drop all the way to the fence, and it'll roll. Salazar heading for second. And this will be the first base hit for the Sandalwood Saints. He gets it going. Noah Salazar with a double.
Tibbetts left the
Atlantic Coast
curveball up. Tibbetts left the curveball up. If he gets it lower and further away from Is that Salazar?
So runner on second here for the Saints. Runner in scoring position. Tibbetts looks on. He'll deal to Trey Dennis. Dennis fouls this one off.
Now batting number 22, Jade Rudy.
A 1 pitch coming up from Tibbetts. Sips off the mound.
Time called.
Salazar still on second for the Saints. 0-1. 1 low. 1-1 coming up. One pitch to Dennis. Goes in for a strike 2 and 1-2 count now for Dalton Tibbetts. Chance to end the inning here for the Stingrays. One-two pitch, and he got Dennis swinging. Dalton Tibbetts ends the inning for the Stingrays, and it remains 2-0 as we head now to the bottom of the second here at the Reef.
Great pitch there by Tibbetts. Nothing Dennis could do with that pitch besides swing and miss.
welcome Jordan Bell. Jordan was a member of the football team. He was our leading rusher.
Have a little ceremony going on here for the Fall Sports Athlete of the Week, or of the season. Jordan Bell. Here on the field for the Stingrays. Great Atlantic Coast athlete there.
Now batting for the Stingrays, number 1.
As we get set here in this bottom of the second inning, Atlantic Coast has done a very nice job keeping this game 2-0 after a Dalton Tibbetts home run, 2-run homer that was from the pitcher Tibbetts. As Forrest Peppercorn, the designated hitter in this game, will lead off this bottom of the second inning for the Stingrays. Bane Barker still on the mound for Sandalwood. It's on there a little 2 inside there. Ball 1. One 0 pitch. That one down the middle there. Peppercorn watches it go by. One pitch. Swing and a miss there from Peppercorn. 1-2 now coming up. 1-2 pitch, Peppercorn, little chopper. Third baseman going to try to make a play here. And scooping up in, and he's going to be safe there at first. Peppercorn able to outrun the throw. A little bit of an awkward play there. First baseman had to go down low for that ball. He scooped it up, thought he might have tagged the bag. Salazar there talking with the umpire. And I just got word there, Morgan Brown's on 100 strikeouts on the season for softball. Just happened in the game.
Number 9, Ava.
Bottom of the 4th right now, Stingrays 2-1. Paxon still leads. Atlantic Coast at the plate right now. Nobody on base as there's a bunt attempt. Atlantic Coast in a dogfight here on this side. I think their 14th win of the season. Still ranked number 1, News4Jax rankings. As James has joined us back in the booth here. Another bunt attempt there, is going to go foul. It's going to be strike 2.
2 strikes takes away the bunt attempt almost guaranteed, because if it's foul, she's out. Now she's got to swing the bat, try and get something in play and move that runner over.
And go see if they can get something going here on the offensive side. Get back in this game. As this one's popped up again, foul. Staying alive at the plate though. Big pitch coming up here. Atlantic Coast swing and a miss, and she got her swinging.
Now batting for the Stingrays, number 2, Sky Deans.
It'll bring up Deans here for Atlantic Coast. One out here. Bottom of the 4th inning. Cutting it close to the Stingrays. Got to get something going here with the bats. That's going to go in for strike 1. Deans watches it go by. Oh, 1 pitch. Deans lays down the bunt. And looks to be safe there at first. First and second now here for the Stingrays. Big opportunity here for Atlantic Coast.
Brings up Emma Cano. Another lefty in the Stingray lineup.
Number 4, Emma
Got to try and produce this run here. Great opportunity for the Stingrays.
Just one out in this inning. Chance to get back in this game. A little half swing there, foul ball. A little update from baseball. It looks like that inning has concluded. Stingrays did not score. Top of the third there on the baseball side. Comes the 0-1.
Emma Cano came into this game batting .400 tonight, trying to add on that average and get a hit here.
I will say Paxton's done a nice job here limiting the Stingrays to just one run through these 4 innings so far. Not many teams have been able to do that this season, as Swan's going to just lay foul there. Just on the other side of that line.
Barely foul. Super close. But correct call there by the umpire.
Runners on first and second for Atlantic Coast. It's a pitch, and Cano gets caught swinging there for strike 3. That'll be the second out.
Brings up the leadoff hitter, Stella Linton.
For the Stingrays, number 7, Stella Linton.
Came in tonight with a .432 average, but watches
First pitch
strike
at bat.
1.
Watches strike 1, yep. Runners still on first and second. And Coach trying to get some more points on the board here. Down 1 run. This one is up in the gap. And runners surrounding third here. Throw to home plate is not even going to get there. And that'll tie the game up for the Stingrays. It is 2-2 now.
Great swing there by
An
Linton.
RBI single, yep. And it'll be first and second again.
Stayed up the middle where the infielders were not shaded and drives in a run. Huge run there for the Stingray softball team.
Tied at 2, 2 outs still left in this bottom of the 4th inning. Another big at bat for Atlantic Coast. That one goes in for a strike. Showing bunt there. That one's going to go, and play at third there is safe and under the tag. At third is Deans.
Great athletic slide there by Deans to avoid the tag and stay onto the base.
Second and third now for Atlantic Coast. 2 runners in scoring position now. One
Mooney
pitch,
looking
that
to
one
drive in
is
her
called ball there.
18th
Good eye.
and 19th RBI of the season here. Would give the Stingrays a huge lead.
Second and third still, Atlantic Coast. Big at bat here. See if they can chance to take the lead here. On a little bit outside, 2-2 now. What's your mindset here as a batter? 2-2 count. No runners on second and third.
Just got to stay up the middle here. Up the middle is wide open and score 2 runs.
This one's going to pop up right in the middle, but it's right to the second baseman to make the play, and that'll end the inning for Paxon. 2-2, though. The Stingrays able to tie it up. Headed to the top of the 5th. As we head right over to the baseball side of things here. We got 1 out, a 2-2 count. Still 2-0 here. As Tibbetts will deal. Looks like a walk there, so it was 3-2 count instead.
Brings up the leadoff batter.
Toby Kaufman out for the Saints. Runner on first now for Sandalwood. And a coach trying to Staying with this 2-0 lead. Tibbetts goes to first there.
Tibbetts looking here for a double play ball up the middle, get out of this inning.
First pitch to Kaufman. Good pitch down the middle, strike one.
Caught him off guard with the off speed to lead off this at bat.
A 1 pitch. A little bit high, ball 2, 2-1 count. Runner still on first.
Tibbetts is missing up here. He's overthrowing. He's got to live low in the zone. It's where he does his best work.
3-1 count coming up for Kaufman, the leadoff man for the Saints. Runner on first. Swing there from Kaufman, and full count now.
Gift there for Tibbetts. Swung at ball 4 there. See if you can take advantage of the gift and get an out here.
Full count pitch, and fouled off. Kaufman stays alive at the plate.
Now batting number 3, Emma Ponsler.
Tibbetts a little time at the plate here. Regather himself. Tibbetts looks on to first. Full count pitch. And that one's going to be a little inside, but called strike 3. Good pitch from Tibbetts. Gets Kaufman looking.
Buckled him there with the curveball inside. Great pitch by Tibbetts. So hard as a righty hitter to hit that pitch. But nonetheless, you got to get this batter out.
Trent Balkin. 2 outs and a man on first. Tibbetts deals and swing and a miss there on that first pitch. Oh, 1 pitch coming up. Ball 1 from Tibbetts. One. This one grounded.
Prudencio goes the short way
to second, and we'll get the leadoff runner. And it'll end the inning as well for the Stingrays. We will head now to the bottom of the third. Atlantic Coast still up 2-0.
Smart play there by Prudencio going the short way. It creates an easier play for himself and doesn't make his arm have to go all the way to first base where there's more chance of an error happening.
What would you like from the Stingrays to start this game off here?
They look hungry. They look like they want to beat Sandalwood badly. I think they're offended by their seed in the Gateway Conference, as being a 5 seed means they have to play on Monday instead of being a top 4 seed and getting a bye. I think they're angry and want to take that anger out on Sandalwood tonight.
And most definitely trying to, like I mentioned a lot of times earlier, they're trying to make a run in that Gateway Conference like they did last year. Their second year under head coach Chris Loffman. Of course, Loffman came from Sandalwood Saints, along with, like you mentioned, Dalton Tibbetts came from Sandalwood. Tibbetts has a home run in this game. As we head over to the softball side, 2 outs in this top of the 5th. See if the Seniors can end the inning here and keep this ball game 2-2. First pitch, ball 1. A little bit inside, ball 2.
Brown trying to get out of this inning unscathed again. Would be a huge lift to the Stingray dugout if they can get out of this again and keep the score 2-2.
This one's grounded, and this could end the inning for the Stingrays, and it will just do that. Atlantic Coast 2, Paxon 2. So we head to the bottom of the 5th there on softball. As we will head right back over to the baseball side here. Stingrays still lead at 2-0 here in this bottom of the 3rd. Aramis Pabon to lead off the inning.
Aramis, very good defensive center fielder for the Stingrays. Has been locked down all season. Been struggling a bit with the bat recently, though. So would love to see him get a hit here, get his hitting back on top.
Fouled off that hit there, 1-1 count coming up. Bone pops this one up. Right fielder going to make the play there for out number 1 for the Saints. This will bring up
Noah.
leadoff man Noah Prudencio for the Stingrays. He struck out his last at bat. A rarity here for Prudencio. He's been spectacular at the plate this season. His last season's committed to FSCJ. Next year, play baseball. Veteran varsity player for this team. First pitch to Prudencio. Watch that one go by for strike 1.
The guys in the dugout really look up to Prudencio. He's a leader of the team. And when he does well, the whole team does well.
0-1 pitch. Prudencio grounds this one. And it'll get up the gap. And no Prudencio, the base hit here. His first of the game. And he will be on first for Atlantic Coast.
Great swing there by Prudencio. Just stayed through the ball, up the middle. Love to see it from the kid.
We'll bring up Anthony Celohan, the right fielder. Another chance for Atlantic Coast here. Try to extend their lead. The runner on first. First pitch to Celohan. Watch a strike 1 go by. One pitch to Celohan. Watch a strike 2 go by now. 0-2 count for Celohan.
Now batting for the Stingrays, number 23, Riley Ratty.
Sullivan just needs to simplify and take this ball backside.
And this time he rips it. And this one's going to go fair. Anthony Celohan with a base hit down the third baseline. Prudencio around second. Celohan will go to second. Prudencio going to round third as well. He's sliding in for another run. The Stingrays extend their lead at 3-0. And it looks like Celohan's safe at third as well. So Atlantic Coast, a huge play. Anthony Celohan on an RBI triple.
He reaches on the throw, but.
Brings up Wade Serber. Grounds this one right to the pitcher. Barker, who could not handle it. Going to throw to first, though, and still manages to get Serber out at first.
To go back to
2
Sullivan.
outs.
Great swing. Stayed back on the curveball. Drove it down the left field line. Never mind going backside. Just go and get yourself a double, baby. Great swing there by Seligen.
One more time to the concession stand, everybody.
3-0 lead now for Atlantic Coast after the Prudencio score. Tibbetts swings. First pitch there. Took a big cut at the ball. Of course, he's trying to replicate his last at-bat with a home run.
He's got to stay through the baseball like he did last at-bat. The ball will fly off his bat.
And Tibbetts grounds this one, shortstop. Gonna make the throw to first, and that will end the inning for the Saints here, but not before. Atlantic Coast adds another run onto the board. It's 3-0 here as we head to the top of the 4th.
Great swing by Ant. Yeah. That sucks for her. She just jammed her finger sliding into third base last night. That's what I do.
Now batting number 17, Cassidy Edwards.
And we'll switch here during the break here to the softball side. This one's fouled off. Top of the 6 here. Edwards at the plate for Paxon. Still 2-2, tied up. It's top of the 6th. Time winding down here in this ball game.
Check swing, foul ball. Almost got her out in front of that pitch. Does well to stay alive and see another pitch here. Brown looking to strike her out here.
Pitch comes and another foul ball, stays alive at the plate.
Had Edwards way out in front on the changeup there. Did well to get a foul ball. See another pitch again.
This one fouled off once again. Stingers, like we mentioned, trying to get their 14th win of the season. And a tie ball game with Paxon in the top of the 6th. Nobody on base here as this one's popped up and
will it be playable?
Foul, but trying to make the grab. Oh, it bounced off 2 gloves. And that'll be an out for the Stingrays. What a play that was.
What a play. Great backup by Ratty and does great job adjusting after Moss tips the foul ball. And great play there.
This one fouled off. Rudy at the plate for the Eagles.
Pitch just barely misses up there. Count is 1-1 now.
1-1 pitch, that one a little bit outside.
2-1 now. Good pitch from Brown, but good take from Hines.
Paxon looking to try to take the lead here. Hines going to go right to the third baseman, making the play there. Moss, the second out of the inning. Another chance for Atlantic Coast to hold Paxon scoreless.
Now batting number 25, Talia Smith.
Smith at the plate for the Eagles. First pitch. Chopped in the infield. And going to be safe at first, it looks like. So the Eagles stay alive in this inning. The runner on first.
Looked like that ball had a lot of spin on it. Confused the Stingray defense.
A little bit of a weird contact point.
Amaya Hislop.
So runner on first for the Eagles. First pitch to Hislop, and that's in for strike 1. This one's going to lay down the bunt, going to chop, making the throw Brown, and she gets the third out of the inning. That'll end it. Bottom of the 6th coming your way from the softball side. It remains 2-2. And we'll head over to baseball side here. It's like 1 out in the inning.
Runner on second.
Top of the 4th. Yep, runner on second for the Saints. McLaren at the plate. As that one goes in for a ball.
Just barely missed up there by
2-1
Tibbetts. Good pitch, but wants that as a strike. If he gets that pitch, it's a great pitch for him to have.
Tibbetts looks on to second. Gonna step off the mound.
Ball on the field.
Look like there in right field. Celohan had to throw that one back. A little bit pause of the play. We're back. This one popped up. Go foul. Declaring now 2-2 count.
Tibbetts looking to strike him out.
Now batting for the Stingrays.
Not let the runner advance to third.
Bailey.
Here's a pitch from Tibbetts. And swing and a miss.
Foul ball.
McLaren. I was going to go foul, so stay live at the plate here.
Williams behind the plate would love to catch that ball and have the strikeout be recorded, but just can't hold on to it. Tips off his glove.
Tibbetts there steps off the mound, looking back at second. Delta's in scoring position for the Saints. This one's going to be grounded. Making the throw from third, and that's going to be out number 2. Serber going to go to third now, and he's going to be safe. So moves Detelsfin, and the Saints now advance their runner here. And it'll bring up Noah Salazar. Here in the top of the fourth, Sandalwood still scoreless.
Number 9, Ava.
Atlantic Coast does a nice job on the defensive side. Don Tibbetts done a very nice job here at the mound in this game as well at the plate. Hit his first home run as a Stingray earlier there in the first inning. Deals first pitch to Salazar, pops this one up, going foul.
Salazar last at bat had a double into the left center field gap. Great swing by him. Stingray defense probably would have liked to hold him to a single, but burned him in the outfield. See what Tibbetts can do against Salazar this at bat.
0-1 pitch, Salazar swinging a miss on that one. 0-2 now, chance to end the inning for the Stingrays here.
Tibbetts struck him out on a high fastball. Salazar is not
Good
doing
pitch from
anything with
Tibbetts
that
there.
pitch.
Yeah, that'll end the inning for the Stingrays here as we will head to the bottom of the fourth here on the baseball side. As we'll head to the softball side here, runner on scoring position for the Stingrays. As Deans will lay down the bunt. Go to first and
Out.
so to get the out, but it moves the runner to third, and an opportunity for Atlantic Coast to take the lead potentially.
Now batting for the Stingrays, number 4, Emma Cano.
2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
Cano trying to produce a single that would give the Stingrays
First
the
pitch to the
lead.
at bat. High ball 1. Runner on third for Atlantic Coast, the Stingrays. See if they can take the lead here late in this ball game. One-0 pitch. On called strike one. 1-1 count now.
Good take by Cano there. It's not the pitch that you want to drive on a 1-0 count. She wants to do damage with her swing, driving that runner on third.
Swing and a miss there. 1-2 count now. Chance to end the inning for the Paxon here. Can they escape the inning with a runner on third? 1-2 pitch, and swing and a miss. She got her swinging, and Paxon ends the inning. As we'll head right back to baseball here. Top of the 7th coming up on that softball side. As first pitch here from Barker of the inning, we'll go for strike 1.
Slowichka batting.
Tie ball game 2-2.
Slowichka, switch hitter. It's a cool piece of baseball that you don't see that much nowadays. It's hard enough to hit on one side, let alone hit on both sides. Impressive from Slowichka.
0-2 pitch and swing and a miss on that one. An early strikeout for Bane Barker. It'll be the first out of the inning. Forrest Peppercorn up to the plate. Had a single in his last at bat. First pitch called strike 1. So 4 straight early strikes here from Barker to start the inning off. Looking like how he started the game. That's 0-2 now here for Peppercorn. Watches 2 strikes go by.
Peppercorn, got to do something with that off speed. Got to protect the plate now with 2 strikes, not let Barker strike him out.
0-2 pitch coming up. This one's fouled off. Peppercorn stays alive.
Now batting number
Peppercorn just a
22,
touch late,
Rudy.
but if he can get his timing on, be watching for a double in the gap here from Peppercorn.
That one, good eye from Peppercorn there. You get 1-2 count now.
Great take by Peppercorn. High fastball above the zone. So tempting to swing at that pitch, and more than likely you'll strike out on it.
Now batting number 5.
This one ripped by Peppercorn. This one's skying in left center, but the center fielder's going to make the grab, running over there. And I'll be out number 2 for the Saints. And it'll bring up
That brings up number 2.
Kamari Tomaseu. And we're familiar with Kamari Tomaseu.
Yeah. Kamari has got to get a hit here and get this rally started for the Stingrays. Kamari had a rough game versus Kenny with 2 strikeouts.
First pitch, Tomaseu. That one goes by for strike 1.
Tough pitch to hit there, inside fastball.
Emma Pons.
That's the pitch to do damage with if you make barrel.
0-1 pitch, low ball 1. One from Barker. Good eye from Tomaseu. 2-1. Now for Tomaseu. Tomaseu hits this one. Popped up. Left fielder coming to make the grab, and that will be out number 3 for the Saints. It ends the inning. As the top of the 5th coming your way here from the baseball side. As softball here. Two outs here on the softball side. In the top of the 7th. Atlantic Coast going to hold Paxon scoreless once again. Still tied here at 2.
Didn't see it on the camera, but Stella Linton, the freshman catcher, just threw out the runner at second for a huge out for the Stingrays to make it 2. Brown trying to get out of this inning and give the Stingrays a chance to walk it off.
One pitch, this one going to go right to the second baseman to make the play. And that'll end the inning for the Stingrays. So a chance here for the Atlantic Coast to walk it off. Bottom of the 7th coming your way here from the softball side. Stays 2-2.
Stingers will have top of the order coming up, trying to win this game versus a good Paxon Eagles team. Okay, we should do the softball game anyways, because
We're going to stay here on the softball side of things as we've got a great game here. 2-2. As before that inning starts, we'll stay with baseball here. We'll cut it back to softball as soon as they get that inning started, but Dalton Tibbetts and the Stingrays in company here. Ball one, start the inning off.
Tibbetts has looked
And
sharp.
it's top of the fifth.
Tibbetts has looked sharp today, going 4 clean so far. And his fastball velo seems to be up today. Maybe he's pumped for facing his old team, or his arm just feels really good today.
Most definitely here. 1-1 count now for Trey Dennis. Leadoff man of the inning for the Saints. Swing and a miss. A great pitch from Tibbetts. 1-2 now. As looks like softball is getting started here in this bottom of the 7th inning. We'll switch over here.
Now batting for the Stingrays, number 7, Stella Linton.
Bottom of the 7th. First pitch of the inning. That one's a little bit outside, ball one.
Linton was named one of the athletes of the week in the city for her impressive hitting and catching skills recently. Looking to get on base and start a rally and win this.
This one's going to go into the gap, and that'll be a base hit to start the inning for the Stingrays. As she rounds first and will go to second, a double to start the inning off. And a runner in scoring position early for Atlantic Coast. Huge start to the inning.
Would not be surprised to see the Stingrays bunt here and try and move Linton over to give themselves a chance to win on a fly ball or a ground ball. Maggie Moody about to hit now. They just intentionally walked her to have a force out
here. Yep. And in your eyes, is that a smart play there from the Paxon Eagles?
I would think so. It just makes it a little tougher because now you have the added pressure of not having a base open.
Huge at-bat for the Stingrays coming up first and second for Atlantic Coast. No outs in the inning. First pitch going to ground. It's going to get up in the gap and going to round third. And no, she'll stay and go back to third. And it'll load the bases for Atlantic Coast.
Morgan Brown, the pitcher, with a chance to end it and win it for herself and the team.
Now batting for the Stingrays, number 21, Morgan Brown.
No outs, and here comes the coach for Paxon out to the mound here to get his team reorganized and regather themselves with the bases loaded. Atlantic Coast, chance to get their 14th win of the season in walk-off fashion here in this bottom of the 7th inning. What a game it has been. Paxon, though, stayed with the Stingrays.
Stingrays have looked good today. Morgan Brown has thrown an absolute gem of a game on the mound. The lefty sophomore has looked very good, making efficient innings and making key pitches in key spots. The Stingrays are looking to win this.
It would be another huge win for them.
Would keep the win streak alive.
They've had to battle it out, though, like we mentioned. 2-2 ball game. Paxton's done a nice job sticking with this Stingray team the whole way through. It's been a defensive battle on both sides. See if the Stingrays can end it here.
Lefty-lefty
at the Reef
matchup
on this Friday night here at Atlantic Coast. First pitch of the at-bat, fouled off.
Big swing there. Looking to end it. If she can do it, the Stingrays will go crazy on the field.
Be a huge win here this Friday night, a packed house here.
Would be win number 14 in a row for the Stingrays.
0-1 pitch. This one fouled off once again. Good contact, though.
Great swing there, just barely under it. And if she stays on top of the ball, this game will be over. Brown with 2 strikes now, trying to put something in play.
Atlantic Coast, bases loaded. Here comes the 0-2. This one grounded. Second baseman could not make the play, and sliding into home.
And that's the ball game. Stingrays win in walk-off fashion.
Atlantic Coast ends the game. A walk-off here on Friday night at the Reef. What a game it was. 3-2 your final. As softball gets the win on this little combo here, baseball and softball here tonight. What a game it was. What a win for Atlantic Coast. The Stingrays take down the Paxon Eagles as we will switch over right to baseball. Congratulations to the softball team, their 14th win in a row. A huge win for the Stingrays in walk-off fashion as we're hoping to get a good finish here on the baseball side of things as well.
Great ending for the softball team.
Yep.
Morgan Brown walks it off on an air to the shortstop. Hard hit, tough play, but ends it. Heartbreaking fashion for the Eagles, but Stingrays will take it any way they can get it. Tight win or a blowout win. Stingrays win again.
Bottom of the fifth here on the baseball side. Caden Williams at the plate right now. On a 2-2 count. Bane Barker still on the mound for the Saints. Had a nice little pitching battle tonight. Tibbetts and Barker still in the game, the starting pitchers.
As a pitcher myself, I love to see a pitching battle. Some fans might not like it and want to see offense, but it's a fun thing for the fans to watch. Two great pitchers going at it tonight.
Williams rips this one. Shortstop Coffin making the play. We'll throw to first, and that's a good throw there for out number 1 in the inning for the Saints. Well, that was a hard hit by Williams.
Great swing by Williams, just unfortunate to hit it right at the shortstop there. Sometimes you get lucky and you find a gap, and sometimes you just get unlucky and barrel it right at the player.
Aramis Pabon at the plate. Coming off the Stingrays, 1 out here in this inning. They still hold on to that 3-0 lead. Pabon fouls this one off first pitch.
Pabon looking to get his first hit of the game here. It's been a rough couple of weeks for him at the plate. Just trying to get something started.
Now a little bit high, ball 1. Good eye from Pabon. Two, 2-1 now. Fouled off again. 2-2 stays alive here at the mound. Getting good at the plate. Getting good contact here.
Bone's got to stay on the fastball and expect an off-speed pitch here. Let's see what he can do with it.
2-2 pitch. Oh, another good eye from Pabon there. Full count now.
Great take on the fastball up. So tempting to swing at. Holds off and makes the full count. See what he can do. Full count pitch, walk or hit.
Full count pitch from Barker. And Pabon watches that one go by again, but it is a strike, so that'll be the second out of the inning for the Saints here. Strikeout for Barker, and he'll bring up the leadoff man, Noah Prudencio. Had a single on his last at-bat.
See if he can get a single again and get a little 2-out rally going for the Stingrays.
First pitch of the at-bat coming from Barker. Big swing from Prudencio, fouls it off.
Great swing there by Prudencio. Looking to attack that first pitch strike. Fouls it off, but great swing there.
Oh, 1 pitch from Barker. High, ball 1. One from Prudencio. Nobody on base here for the Stingrays. 2 outs. See if the Saints can hold this Stingrays scoreless. Try to get back in this game here. Fouled off again by Prudencio.
Prudencio looked a little fooled on that pitch. Swinging really late and dropping his back shoulder, causing the ball to go up. He'll adjust, though. He's a great swing.
1-2 pitch from Barker. Prudencio, boy, swung early there. Got away from the catcher.
Drop third strike. Prudencio is safe at first.
Strike. Boy, Prudencio has so much speed on him as he gets the first safe. So got away a little bit lucky there on that swing on strike 3. But this one will bring up here Celahan. Runner on first, still 2 outs for the Saints.
Celahan doubled last at bat. Drove in Prudencio. See if he can do it again. Prudencio is fast on first, so be wary of a steal here.
Good pitch from Barker there. Called ball, though. And as a coach, are you sending Prudencio here to get him to score position?
Not yet. This is not the count to send Prudencio, but if it gets to 2 strikes, maybe you send him. It's 2-0 right now, so you definitely don't want to send him and risk getting an out on the bases to end the inning with your 2-hole batter up. But you never know from Coach Chris Loffman. He's aggressive on the bases. Might send Prudencio.
2-0 pitch from Barker coming up. Time called. And so still out first. 2-0 count. Here's that one's high, ball 3 there. Selahan now in a comfortable hole here at 3-0 on the plate. Going to keep this inning alive for the Stingrays on offense here.
You would assume Seligen here has the take sign saying that these pitches haven't been very close to the zone. Yeah.
That one is, though, right down the middle there.
That one was right down the middle. He definitely had the take sign on there. Watches a strike down the middle.
3-1. Prudencio goes to second. This one popped up, though, right to the center fielder. Tracking the ball and making the play to end the inning for the Sandalwood Saints. So it remains 3-0. Stingrays still lead it, but we head to the top of the 6th inning here at the Reef. And back here at the Reef, top of the 6th coming your way here. 3-0 Stingrays lead.
Top of the order here for the Saints. This might be their best chance of the game to get runs off Tibbetts here.
Most definitely here. Tibbetts has done such a nice job at the mound here, though, tonight, as that first pitch on cue goes for a strike. Swing and a miss there from Kaufman on the first pitch. 0-1 from Tibbetts. Fouls that one off. 0-2 now.
Tibbetts looks sharp still. 3rd time through the order now for the Saints. This might be their best chance. Averages show that the numbers go up when 3rd time through the order.
Check swing from Kaufman, and he went fully there, and that'll be a strikeout to start the inning for Tibbetts. And the Stingrays have 1 out.
Great off speed there from Tibbetts. No chance for Kaufman to get a hit there.
He's up Trent Balkin. That one fouled off. Oh, 1. Called strike 2. Another great pitch from Tibbetts. Askins looked on, did not swing there.
Great pitch from Tibbetts. Off speed had him way off balance.
Swing and a miss and a strike 3. 2 straight strikeouts from Tibbetts. Start the inning off, and that's 2 outs early for Atlantic Coast. Brings up Preston Cox.
Former Stingray up.
Former Stingray.
You know he wants to get a hit against his old team here.
Such a phenomenal catcher with the Stingrays.
Him and Williams were vying for that starting catcher spot every game last season. Williams eventually won out, and that's what caused Preston Cox to transfer over to Sandalwood.
That one goes ball 1 there. Good eye from Cox. (1-0). Swing and a miss there. Another great pitch from Tibbetts. Tibbetts absolutely dealing in this game. He's also hit a home run earlier in the first inning. Start the scoring off for Atlantic Coast. As Cox will ground this one to the third and will make the throw, and that's going to be safe there. Cox able to get there. As Serber had to come off the bag. Throw probably wasn't going to make it there anyways.
Courtesy runner here.
Pinch runner will come in.
Some speed might be on the bases now.
Martin Cortez out there for Sandalwood. It's a pinch run. Brings up Dettelson for the Saints. 2 outs, though. Can Atlantic Coast end this inning? As Tibbetts looks on to first. Throws back to first there.
Tibbetts wary of the steal here, but it's a tough steal from Tibbetts and Williams. Two very good arms.
And that gets away from Williams here. And Cortez will go to second. Runner in scoring position for the Saints here with 2 outs.
Coach Loftman does not look very happy with Williams after he dropped that ball. Allows the runner to get to second. Now a single scores a run here.
This one grounded. Prudencio making the play deep at short, and that'll end the inning for the Stingrays. Easy play there for Prudencio. Little routine as we will head to the bottom of the 6th here at the Reef. Score remains 3-0. Stingrays lead it. And we're right back here at the Reef, bottom of the 6th coming your way. Sandalwood still has not scored in this game. Bane Barker will stay on the mound here for the Saints. Atlantic Coast has been able to hold this 3-0 lead throughout this game. A 2-run home run from Dalton Tibbetts got the scoring started, and then an RBI double from Anthony Celan brought Prudencio home, make it 3-0. That was about 2 innings ago. Both these teams have been held scoreless recently. See if Atlantic Coast can change that here in this bottom of the 6th.
Wade Serber up to the plate. Big lefty first baseman for the Stingrays. See if you can do damage.
First pitch, high, ball 1.
Serber looks anxious to hit the ball.
One-zero pitch. Good eye from Serber, ball 2.
Great take from Serber. It's a good pitch from Barker. If If you get Serber to bite at that, it's weak contact to the opposite side.
2-0 now to Serber. Called strike one. Two one pitch. Serber, this one's skied. Center fielder tracking the ball, and he'll make the play. Good contact by Serber there, but it'll be out number one here for the Saints. This bottom of the sixth brings up the pitcher, Tibbetts.
Little mound meeting here before Tibbetts. Want to pitch to him very carefully since they know he can be dangerous.
Going to be interesting to see here. Saints too, they're going to try to regather themselves here. Still down 3-0. Because we're just showing us softball got a nice win, a walk-off. Making their 14th straight win on the season. Beat out Paxon 3-2. That was a dogfight defensive battle in that game as there goes Bane Barker headed to the dugout. That'll be his night.
Great job from Barker. The Saints are bringing in, it looks like Parker Schumann. Good pitcher. Throws from a lower arm slot. Good off speed from him.
Yeah, we'll be back as Schumann will warm up for the Saints. Remains 3-0 here. Bottom of the sixth at the Reef. And back here, Parker Schumann, new pitcher on the mound for the Saints. Bottom of the sixth still. One out. Dalton Tibbetts at the plate for Atlantic Coast. Had a 2-run homer in the first inning. His first as a Stingray. A transfer from Sandalwood.
Atlantic Coast pitchers tonight have supplied themselves some runs. Tibbetts with his 2-run homer and Brown hitting the walk-off in the softball game. Got to help yourself sometimes.
First pitch from Schumann on his night. And Tibbetts is going to grind this one. That'll go fair, and Dalton Tibbetts is going to round first. Dalton Tibbetts, first pitch from Schumann, and it's a hit for Tibbetts. A double. Continues his huge night on the mound and at the plate. And the pinch runner looks like will come in at second.
Jackson Adams.
So one out, runner in scoring position for the Stingrays. Slavichka will be at the plate here. See if he can score in Adams and extend the Stingrays' lead.
See if Slavichka bunts here.
We got a meeting here with the catcher, Preston Cox and Schumann. Talk things over. I mean, how about that Schumann? First pitch of his night, and it's a bomb right down the first baseline.
Great swing by Tibbetts. Just didn't do too much, hit it right down the line, it's going to be a double every time.
Now the second pitch of the night for Schumann. Runner on second, he looks on to Adams. Savichka showing bunt there.
Ooh. Cox almost throws it into center field.
Yeah, dangerous play there.
It's risky because if it gets by him, Adams is standing on third with this one out, and the Stingrays have an easy opportunity for a run.
1-0 pitch coming up.
Swichka might square again on the bunt.
Schumann going to go back to second. Pitch still. Schumann looked like he's communicating with his coach.
Oh, no.
Before the pitch here. Adams still on second. Schumann looks onto him. 1-0 pitch, and Savichka fouls off a bunt there. Back net. You like the idea of the bunt here?
Yes, I love that idea of a bunt. Get the runner over, and then Peppercorn, all he needs is a single, driving the run. Slowichka's probably bunting for a hit up third here with the first baseman crashing. If he can do that, Coach Chris Loffman will be a very happy man.
Most definitely 1-1 count coming up. Schumann, that one's way ahead, and that'll get away from Cox, so Adams goes to third already.
It's great for the Stingrays. Now all Slowichka needs to do is get a ball in the air or on the ground, and Adams scores, and that'll be a huge insurance run for the Stingrays and Tibbetts. Let's see if Slowichka can do it. Infield in here, though, so he's got to drive something.
2-1 pitch from Schumann. Swing there. Big one there from Savichka. Could not get it. Hold of it, though. It's 2-2 now. Runner on third for the Stingrays. It's Jackson Adams. 1 out in the inning. 2-2. And Savichka stays alive, fouls it off.
Slowichka's trying to drive in this run, give Tibbetts a huge insurance run going in the top of the 7th, looking to lock this game down.
2-2 from Schumann. A little off speed there. That's going to be ball 3, full count now. Big pitch coming up for both teams here. Sandalwood trying to get the second out. Savichka, can he score Adams in? And he does not. He swings on strike 3. And Schumann has his first strikeout of the game. That'll be out number 2, and it'll bring up Peppercorn here. 2 outs in the inning. Adams stays on third.
Coach Loffman wants to go talk with Peppercorn.
Communicate here, talk things over before this huge at-bat for the Stingrays. This will be a huge run late in this ball game. They've been held scoreless through about 3 innings since that last run.
Let's see what Peppercorn can do. Back.
He's got a little bit of Peppercorn will come back, walk back to the plate. Loffman knows how big this at-bat is for the Stingrays.
A run here would make Coach Loffman, would make him feel so much better about this game.
First pitch of the at-bat. A little sidearm there. Dropped the arm there on that throw. Ball 1.
Interesting there from Schumann. Let's see if he does it again on this pitch. Maybe it's something they talked it over.
1-0. Peppercorn fouls off.
Schumann went back to over the top there. So maybe it was just something they discussed for one pitch, try and throw off Peppercorn.
1-1 pitch. There's that kind of sidearm throw again. That's ball 2.
Buckled Peppercorn there, but good take. Peppercorn, a senior, trying to get the Stingrays another run.
2-1. Peppercorn swing there and a miss. 2-2 now. Interesting at bat now. If you're Peppercorn, how do you approach this next pitch?
Peppercorn's got to put the ball in play here, make the defense, make it tough out, pressure out.
2-2. Another sidearm from Schumann, and he strikes Peppercorn out. A big strikeout for the Saints. It stays 3-0 as we head to the top of the 7th. Stingrays 3 outs away from a win, but Sandalwood feeling nice now, just only down 3 runs.
Tibbetts walking back out to the mound, trying to win this game for the Stingrays against his old team. Let's see if he can do it.
And James, I know you were in Daytona with the baseball team last week. Tell me about that experience, how it was playing at that amazing stadium, what you liked about the experience, how you felt the team did overall. I know it was a lot of losses, but just kind of tell about your experience.
Stadium there was awesome. Great facility down in Daytona, all turf fields. The guys in the varsity dugout just have great cohesion and teamwork. They seem to get each other and work well as a team. Unfortunate to lose a lot of games, but the team is looking for a huge win tonight, gain some of that momentum back going into the Gateway tournament next week.
Yeah, do you think those 3 straight losses they took in that Daytona tournament, do you think it kind of motivated this team to come out after that week and,
oh, for sure,
like you mentioned, come into the Gateway tournament with some momentum?
Yeah, now they are very motivated. You can just feel the atmosphere in the stadium tonight. Big crowd here at Stingray Bay. But looking to end this and win it for the Stingrays.
Yep, as we get set here in this top of the 7th, Atlantic Coast just needs 3 outs. And they'll get their 3rd straight win here. So that first pitch is a strike. Delta McLaren. Oh, 1 coming up from Tibbetts. That one just a bit too low, ball 1.
Great pitch there. Had McLaren way out in front of that pitch. Unfortunate not to get a strike.
1-1. Fouled off there. Popped up. Williams tracking it down. Sliding out. One's going to be out of play there. Good effort from Williams, though.
Yeah. Just if the fence was like 2 feet more, Williams has a play on that ball. But it isn't, so it's strike 2, foul ball.
1-2 for McLaren here. Sandalwood trying to get the bats going with still scoreless in this game. Down 3 runs. It's their last chance to make a rally here. 1-2 from Tibbetts. High ball 2.
That's not a bad pitch there from Tibbetts. It sets up the off-speed low. See if McLaren bites at something low here. Sandalwood hasn't done anything all night.
2-2. That's a full count now for McLaren here. Big pitch coming up. What's your approach here as a pitcher?
As a pitcher, you got to throw a strike. You can't walk the leadoff batter and let Sandalwood have any hope in this game.
Most definitely full count pitch. And he throws that strike on cue. James called it. Dalton Tibbetts gets a huge strikeout to start the inning off, and that'll be out number 1.
As a hitter,
bring up Noah Salazar.
As a hitter, you got to think that pitcher does not want to walk you. You got to be looking for a strike. And he wasn't and got caught looking. Great pitch from Tibbetts, though.
Noah Salazar with 1 out. First pitch, Salazar swings and a miss there.
Big swing from Salazar, looking to put a dent in the Stingray defense.
0-1 pitch. That one too low, ball 1. One run from Tibbetts, off speed there. A little bit too high.
Just missed.
2-1 count for Salazar. Trying to get things going for Sandalwood offense. This top of the 7th. And Salazar does just that. It'll rip it. And over the right left fielder's head. And it'll hit the fence. Noah Salazar, his 2nd double of the game. And the Sandalwood Saints are on base and in scoring position here. Boy, Salazar just scooted that one over. It looked like Bullard there in left field.
Bully got burned in the outfield, and the ball twisted him back and forth. Coach Loftman coming out to the mound now to calm down Tibbetts.
Devin, what do you think is going through Loftman's head here to talk to the team in this situation? There's a runner on 2nd, only 1 out. You're up 3 runs, though.
As a pitcher, you don't worry about that runner on 2nd. You want to get these batters and win this game. You don't want to let them get another hit. That run doesn't matter on that scoreboard. All that matters is that the Stingrays get a win and an out in this next at-bat.
Yeah, what do you think Loftman's telling the team here on the mound?
I think he's telling them just that. I think he's telling them to play calm, focus on the batter, don't worry about too much on the runner. If he scores, he scores. Just don't let this guy get on base.
Big at-bat coming up here. Trey Dennis at the plate for the Saints.
Senior at the plate now. Senior versus senior teammate. Ex-teammate versus ex-teammate.
It'll be interesting here.
Tibbetts hasn't had to work much out of the stretch tonight. Let's see if that affects him.
Most definitely here. Biggest at-bat of the game for Trey Dennis. Needs to stay alive here to give the Saints a chance in this ball game. First pitch to Dennis. High ball 1.
Tibbetts has to remember not to overthrow here. Sometimes in these big situations, he gets a little too excited and overthrows his fastball up. Causes him to miss.
1-0 pitch to Dennis. Swing and a miss. Boy, Dennis, big swing. 1-1 now.
Pretty late there. Wouldn't be surprised to see Tibbetts go back to the fastball here.
Tibbetts looks on Salazar at second.
Time called.
Nerves high here. Just 2 outs away from a win. The Stingrays are, but the runner on second. 1-1 pitch from Tibbetts. Dennis swung at that one. It hits the ground, though. Got away from Williams, and Salazar heads for third. It'll be a 1-2 count, though, but interesting now here. What's the approach?
For Tibbetts or for the hitter?
For Tibbetts.
Tibbetts, that run doesn't matter. You want to get the batter here. Just don't let him get a single and let Sandalwood have any hope at revitalizing comeback. You've got 8 and 9 up. You don't want to let a leadoff get on.
Big pitch coming up here. Tibbetts swing and a miss. He got Dennis swinging. A big strikeout for the Stingers, and they're just an out away from a win. As it brings up the pitcher Schumann to the plate. Salazar still at third, but 2 outs.
Parker Schumann, see what he can do. Tibbetts blew the fastball by Dennis.
Swing and a miss from Schumann.
Blew that fastball by Schumann. Tibbetts' fastball looks like it has a couple extra miles of velo on it right now.
0-1 pitch coming up for Tibbetts. Off speed there. A little bit outside ball 1.
Great pitch by Tibbetts, just barely missing on that off speed. If he can land that, this game will be over very shortly.
1-1 now coming from Tibbetts. Popped foul. And a 1-2 now, just a strike away now from a win.
Strike away. Tibbetts, all he has to do is get this batter out, and this ball game is over. Huge win for the Stingrays if they do win this.
Huge pitch coming up for Dalton Tibbetts. He's had a phenomenal night. See if he can top it off. 1-2 pitch. Popped up from Schumann. Serber frees everyone away, and it makes the grab on the first baseline to end the ball game. Atlantic Coast, their 3rd straight win. They knock off Sandalwood 3-0 here at the Reef. So 2 wins for the Atlantic Coast Stingrays. Softball and baseball both getting the W tonight. Cold-blooded from Dalton Tibbetts, a 2-run homer and a phenomenal night on the mound. Held Sandalwood scoreless.
Amazing night from Tibbetts all around. Hit the ball extraordinarily well with a double and a homer, and then threw a beautiful game on the mound.
And of course, some great hits as well from other teammates on this Atlantic Coast team. Get a huge win, their 3rd straight. And of course, like you mentioned, 3 straight wins coming in the Gateway Tournament. What can that mean for the Stingray team?
Stingray team is starting to get hot at the right time. They can keep this up going into Gateway next week. Watch out for the Stingrays.
Great night for Atlantic Coast. That'll be it. Signing off here at the Reef. Like I mentioned, Atlantic Coast 2 W's tonight on this Friday night. Softball and baseball both getting wins. Signing off, I'm Ben Ward.
I'm James Cangelosi.
We'll be back for more baseball at the Reef, hopefully soon. Thank you for joining us.